Music Entertaiment, formerly known as SSQ Entertaiment, formerly known as NV Entertainment, yeah, it's gonna be that kind of video, is a K-pop company home to the girl group WOOAH, the boy group DXMON, and the newly debuted girl group HITGS. These groups are cool, they make good music, but something is not right. H Music is not exactly known for their stellar management, and the schedules of their artists currently are quite concerning. So today, we are going to be taking a look at the current state of all of these artists and shed some light on the tomfoolery that is going on at H Music Entertainment. Quick background on H Music. The company was established as NV Entertainment in October 2019 by choreographer Kim Gyu-sang. He choreographed Brave Girl's hit song Rollin', among many other songs. He's worked with a ton of groups. WOOAH was the first group to debut under the company on May 15th, 2020, and were the only group under the company for 4 years. NV Entertainment changed its name to SSQ Entertainment on January 1st, 2024, and on January 17th of that year, DXMON would debut. On June 26th, SSQ would be renamed to H Music, and Kim Gyu-sang would resign, being replaced by Kim Kang-hyo, a former employee of Starship Entertainment. After being featured in the 2024 Gayo Daejeon as Project H, H Music's newest group, HITGS, would debut on April 28th, 2025. Let's start with the current situation of WOOAH. Searching for Elris has a really great video on the majority of WOOAH's history that I highly recommend that you watch after this. It is a beautifully edited video, very well done. But essentially, they had a pretty steady stream of comebacks until November 2022, where they started receiving significantly less activities and absolutely no music releases. They were seemingly sidelined to prepare for the debut of DXMON, despite being moderately successful for a small company group. Thankfully, on April 8th, 2024, we finally got another WOOAH comeback, that being Blush. This song actually was a huge success for the group, becoming their most streamed song at 7.8 million streams on Spotify and gaining lots of attention from the general public. People were quick to compare Blush to songs made by Islet or New Jeans, but at least people were talking about WOOAH, and it did fit within their discography, let me just say. Blush was followed by an EP titled Unframed on June 17th, 2024, with the title track Pom Pom Pom. Pom Pom, I'm chewing me on. Ain't nobody is rooting for me, guess at least one. As you can hear, it's a totally different concept from Blush, and while some people did really like it, it did not garner nearly the same success as Blush. The song only hit 1 million streams on Spotify and did not have a viral moment like Blush did. They released one promotional song in July 2024 called Shining on You, and that's it. That is the last musical release we've had from WOOAH. The group has sporadically posted on YouTube and TikTok, and while they have been more active on Instagram, it's mostly just for like birthday posts, holidays, one-off posts of the members, and advertisements. They did have a fan concert tour in 2024, but that's really their last positive, notable activity. I say last positive because it was announced earlier this year that WOOAH would be participating in MBC's newest survival show called A-Idol, which is for groups that lost their sparkle, which is insane to say, by the way. Like, that's crazy for a concept. And all of these groups would be like competing against each other, and were judged or are being judged by like an AI to determine which is the best like performance, which is just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. AI is dumb. Cancel this show. What are you doing, H Music? Just give them a comeback. Fans are really frustrated with the lack of comebacks, i.e. literally that last sentence, especially since their junior group, who we will talk about in a moment, have been getting loads of comebacks and activities. The hashtag WOOAH deserves better has been started on platforms like X, where fans are expressing their disappointment at H Music for the abandonment of WOOAH. It's sad to think that this company is paying dust to their first ever group, who did so much for them, went viral so many times, only to be treated like this. Let's make Assuming WOOAH is under the same 7-year contract as most idols are, they'll only be under H Music for 2 more years. hopefully, in that time, we can get another comeback. If you guys want to see more WOOAH music, definitely go check out the WOOAH Deserves Better hashtag and show your support for the group. If we prod H Music enough, maybe they'll attempt to pay attention to their first ever group. Now I'm going to attempt to put on my boy group hat and cover H Music's next group, DXMON, who unfortunately has a pretty dark history. Icon, legend, star, Jihoon's Carrot has an amazing video on this topic, and I'm not gonna go super in depth so that I don't step on their toes. Definitely go watch their video after this one. But basically the gist of the situation surrounding DXMON is that allegedly the former CEO of H Music, Kim Gyu-sung, beat members of DXMON with a metal bat while drunk in June of 2024. This led to Kim being accused of special injury, special assault, and child abuse since there were minor members a part of DXMON in a court of law and being sentenced to 1 year in prison plus 3 years of probation, which is nowhere near enough for what he allegedly did. Like, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing, you guys? The company was also fined 5 million won for violating the Child Welfare Act. This case is not confirmed to be about DXMON and Gyu-sang. The initial report actually has like anonymous names except for the last name of Kim for the CEO. So nothing is confirmed to be about them, but given the sudden hiatuses of members Min-jae and Jo in June, the subsequent departure of Jo from the group after weeks of silence on his condition, and Kim's departure from H Music in June, fans are very concerned that this case is indeed about them. There are also concerns about the group's lack of privacy, dating rumors, which is the dumbest concept on planet Earth, like, let them live, and the amount of threats being levied at the members online by anonymous people. The company has seemingly done nothing to protect the members of this group from all of this hatred and has not been transparent whatsoever regarding any of these issues or the status of DXMON as a group. DXMON has not had a comeback since their EP Youth Never Die and their title track Zip 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 in October of 2024. They have been more active on socials than WOOAH though, and had a fan meeting in Japan this year. The fact that they had that fan meeting this year does give me hope for like a comeback or some sort of substantial activity this year, but if the members are not being kept safe from these stalkers and like weird accounts online, you could keep it. Like, I don't want to see the comeback. H Music's silence on all of these controversies is really disgusting, and the fact that they are just sidelining these members, probably in hopes that people will forget about all of this stuff, is just not cool. At least the CEO allegedly accused of beating the members is gone. That is reassuring, but K-pop is a dark industry, and it's really hard to know whether or not idols are safe in their companies, which sucks, but time and time again, that has been proven true. Literally look at my Maiden video. Hopefully, we get some updates and good news from the boys, and if the company steps up and protects them, a comeback would be nice too.
This mess is literally gonna make me throw up.
Now onto the last group under H Music Entertainment, HITGS. HITGS is truly a rookie group, only debuting a few months ago on April 28th, 2025 with the title track Sour Patch. This track did gain some attention from the public. It didn't necessarily go viral or anything, but people did find the song catchy and they liked the refreshing concept. Like WOOAH's Blush, they also caught some criticism for hopping on the trends, and the song was compared to songs from groups like Islet and New Jeans. But at this point, if you're debuting in the 5th generation of K-pop, when are you not being compared to Islet or New Jeans? A bit over a month later, on June 2nd, they had their first comeback with the title track Gross. There was a minor controversy here with the popular trainee Sviat from the survival show Project 7 being cast as the love interest in this video. Sviat was born in December 2010, making him only 14 years old at the time of filming this video, and while he is a perfect choice for the youngest members of the group, such as 15-year-old EU, fans found it very uncomfortable for the oldest member, Vivi, who is 19, to be having to fawn over a 14-year-old boy. And yeah, It is weird, and H Music should not have casted this boy in this video. Talk about gross.
That's gross.
People were also surprised to see this group have a comeback so quickly after their debut. It's not necessarily uncommon for a group to have a comeback this fast, so it wasn't a huge deal, but it was certainly a surprise. However, right after they finished promotions for Gross, we got the news that they would be coming back again with the song Charisma on July 7th.
Charisma.
Side note, we really need to stop including the word Riz in K-pop songs, or just songs in general. I can't handle it anymore, you guys. It's too much. I can't do it. They're also scheduled to perform at the SBS Summer Gayo Daejeon, KCON LA, and Summer Sonic Bangkok, and are super active on social media. This incredibly packed schedule with no room for rest has worried many fans of the group. HITGS is a group made up of mostly minor members, with Vivi being the only adult, and with schedules as mentally and physically taxing as those of K-pop idols. Many are concerned that HITGS are being severely overworked. Fans are asking for HITGS to be able to take a break and for WOOAH or Diamond to have a comeback instead, since they are H Music artists too and are seemingly being severely neglected in favor of HITGS. HITGS and WOOAH are specifically being compared here, as fans feel like WOOAH is being left in the dust and H Music only cares about HITGS now. Given that HITGS is such a young group, I really do think they need some rest in order to avoid burnout and just to take care of themselves. H Music has 3 groups. There is no reason why HITGS has to carry the whole company themselves when WOOAH and Diamond are literally right there, ready to release music alongside them. I hope that after these promotions, HITGS gets a well-deserved rest and we can see them come back much later when they are refreshed and not overworked. So yeah. H Music Entertainment is a dumpster fire of activities, with one group being incredibly overworked, one being criminally underworked, and one being literally abused. There is not much good going on in this company. However, all of the idols under H Music are incredibly talented and deserve to have fulfilling careers. I sincerely hope that H Music gets it together and starts treating all of its artists equally and with respect, because they have all more than earned it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was kind of a quicker video. I just saw the news of Charisma coming out on the 7th, and I'm just like, these girls really need a break, and I love WOOAH. They need to release some more stuff, so I figured I'd make a little video on this situation. Definitely go send some support to these groups. Leave them nice comments. I don't think there is a boycott or anything going on for these groups as far as I can tell, so I think just leaving them nice comments and criticizing the company is the only thing that we can do at this point. But yeah, hopefully we get some good news from these groups soon. If you guys want to see more of these videos, definitely let me know. I am going to do one on Vicha. I think I mentioned that before, but I'm waiting for some of the court proceedings to kind of wrap up so we can get a more like full history of Vicha in that video. But aside from that, I have a Sophia Nygaard video that's fully scripted, so I'll probably post that at some point. Definitely watch that when it comes out. But yeah, that I think is all I have to say here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any other video essays like this one, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.